Hi, I'm Ina de Vries. I'm a counseling psychologist and wellness coach. Welcome to Well at Life, where we focus on your overall well-being so that you can do well at life. Our topic for today is physical dimension of wellness. And here we're going to look at how you can greatly improve your energy levels, your vitality, and your overall well-being by making a few small changes on how you look after your body. So let's dive into nutrition. And I just want to set a disclaimer here. I am not a dietitian or a nutritionist, and I'm not promoting a specific diet. I am merely talking about using healthy eating as a source of nourishment and enjoyment, not to lose weight. So, why do we need to eat healthy? The short answer is, as humans, we need food as our fuel. And the better quality fuel that we put in, the better the outcome will be. Now, how do we achieve that? Well, by just keeping it plain and simple. We have to have well-balanced meals with high nutritional value. And I think that if we move away from processed foods and we concentrate more on whole foods, that will really bring us to a higher standard of nutrition. So when I talk about whole food, I'm really talking about food in its raw, natural form. On the other side of the spectrum is processed foods, which has been produced in a factory and who has been loaded with additives and preservatives to prolong the shelf life. So let's rather move away from that. A great rule of thumb is, if it's in a box or a package, don't eat it. Or even better, if you can imagine your great-grandmother looking at your plate and being baffled about what's on your plate, then you also know that's not for you. But if she can recognize and identify what's on your plate, and she probably will cook it and eat it herself, then you're okay. Also, look at the ingredient list if you buy something in a box or a package. If the ingredient list is half a page long and you can't pronounce half of it, well, then you know, don't eat it. Okay, let's look at a well-balanced plate of food and what should be in it. Look at this wonderful plate of food, and we start off with the proteins. Here we're looking at chicken, steak, fish, eggs, cheese, seeds, nuts, your legumes. There you have some nice chickpeas and some beans. Then, of course, we have our carbs. And yes, I know that carbs have been the stepchildren of nutrition a couple of years, but we still need carbs in our diet. So make a mind shift to use more whole grains in your diet, like quinoa, brown rice. Yes, you can add some steel-cut oats into your diet as well, and your starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes and beets. Also, not to forget your healthy fats, because we do need fat in our diet. It gives us energy and it stabilizes our levels of satiety. And here we're thinking of avocados, avocado oil, olive oil, nuts and seeds. Then to spice up things, you need some spice and herbs in your life. So look at herbs and spices that can really give you a nice deep flavor base to your meals, and is also good for your digestion and keep inflammation at bay. We're thinking of ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, cumin, and garlic. And of course, all your herbs like parsley, rosemary, lavender. Yes, there's actually too much to mention. Hydration, very important. Yes, we need to keep our bodies hydrated, because our bodies are made up of about 70% of water. So we need to put some water back into the system. Drink at least 8 glasses of water. And if you don't like the taste of plain water, you can flavor it with lemon juice, ginger, or even cucumber. Or you can drink some herbal teas, green tea as well. Coffee is good. No problems with coffee. Just remember that coffee tends to dehydrate you, so drink a glass of water after having a cup of coffee. And yes, our biggest part of our plate is our vegetables and fruit. These are high in fiber to aid your digestion, and it's also high in vitamins and minerals. The best part of vegetables and fruit is that it makes your plate look colorful and appetizing. So play around with different textures like crispy, crunchy salads together with your steamed or cooked vegetables. And you can also use some raw fruit or pureed fruit as part of your salad sauces, instead of using high fat, high calorie mayonnaises or sauces. So yes, that is your beautiful, healthy and nutritious, well-balanced meal with high nutritional value. So now that we know what a good plate of food looks like, let's talk about what you shouldn't eat or what you should avoid. And that would be refined carbs like your white bread, white pasta, cakes, cookies, puddings, biscuits and chips, because these are usually loaded with salt and sugar, which is not really good for you. The same goes for artificial sweeteners. Rather steer clear of these. Good news is you can drink your red wine and eat your dark chocolate in moderation. So yes, overall, we try to eat as healthy as possible, but there are times when our immune system needs a boost, when we are experiencing a lot of high stress. So then a good multivitamin and mineral supplement is the answer. And here I'm thinking of the top vitamins, which are all your vitamin Bs, vitamin C, D, E, K, and then your minerals, magnesium, calcium, potassium, and zinc. So yes, talk to your healthcare practitioner about what supplement is going to be best for your unique health profile. Next up, we're talking about gut health. Our digestive system is where our microbiome lives. Now, these are our good bacteria colonies, and these guys are really good in helping our immune system, because 70% of our immune system is situated in our gut, where these gut bacteria eliminates toxins and help to fight inflammation. It's also helpful in metabolism, because research has linked weight stability with gut health. It does weight stability by lowering your insulin levels, which of course can prevent chronic illnesses like diabetes and heart disease. Plays a huge role in our endocrine system, because 90% of our serotonin and dopamine is produced in our gut. And this, of course, is very important for our mental health, because it fights depression, it makes us less anxious, and it makes us more happy. Our gut also produces vitamin B, which gives us energy, and it helps to metabolize vitamin D, which is a mineral, which is a vitamin that we need for mental health. Believe it or not, your gut health has been linked to your sleep, because 400 times more melatonin is produced in your gut than in your brain. And of course, you need melatonin for your circadian rhythms and your sleep patterns. So gut health is very important. Now, how do we get our gut to be as healthy as possible. First off, you can help by drinking pre and probiotics, because this will propagate the good bacteria in your gut. You can eat fermented foods every day like yogurt, kimchi, and sauerkraut. And then, of course, you need to have enough fiber and water in your diet so that you can regulate your bowel movements. As adults, we need about 25 to 30 grams of fiber every day. If you're worried about not getting enough fiber through your diet, then you can use a supplement like Fibrogel, but just remember to drink water when you're using a supplement like this. Okay, another way in which you can help your gut is by doing intermittent fasting, because this helps the gut to really rest and recuperate. Constant eating can really fatigue our digestive system, and fasting helps it by making it rest and give it time to repair and recuperate. What is intermittent fasting? Well, like the name says, it's when you have times or eating periods where you can eat and times where you don't eat. Now, usually your eating time or your eating period will be from, say, 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the evening, or from 10 in the morning until 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night. The easiest and most natural way of doing intermittent fasting would be to do a circadian rhythm fast, where you are in sync with your natural environment. So when the sun is up and it's daytime, you start off with your first meal of the day, and then by around 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, when the sun sets, you finish off with your last meal. And then you don't eat for the rest of the day until the next morning. You can drink water or black tea or coffee during your fasting period, but no sugar and no milk. Right, what are the other benefits of intermittent fasting? Well, the research has shown that it does help with weight loss, because once you start fasting, you put your body, after a couple of hours, you put your body into fat burning mode. So it can help with weight loss. It can also help with anti-aging, as it slows down the whole DNS deterioration process. It heightens or it increases your antioxidant levels, and it also helps you to fight chronic inflammation. Now, inflammation is one of our biggest aging problems. It also helps our metabolism by lowering our cholesterol and our insulin levels. But, and this is a big red but, if you are diabetic, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, or you have a chronic illness where you have to take multiple vitamin or multiple medications during the day and in the evening, then obviously you can't do intermittent fasting. And also, if you have an eating disorder, it is not advised that you do intermittent fasting. My best advice would be that you go to your healthcare practitioner and discuss intermittent fasting, specifically with regard to your health. I will link videos below that explains different type of intermittent fasting. In the next video, we will be talking about sleep, about how important it is, how to get enough, and I'll share a few tips and tricks with you. So until we chat again, keep well and keep safe.